Welcome in, quick hitters. Welcome in, Goodymo short crew. It is play-in time, playoff time. Get to figure out all the storylines. Who's going to repeat? It's going to be the Denver Nuggets. Who's going to improve? Who's going to be a shocker? We ain't got to wait for that no more. It is here. It is here. Before we get started, Houston Rockets obviously 500, ended the season 41-41. Was it a success is the question. And we talked about it throughout the season. We want them to make the play. If you're a Houston Rockets fan, I have to keep saying that because I know everyone is not a Houston Rockets fan. But if you're a Houston Rockets fan, you wanted them to make the play-in. That came up short. Was the season a success? In my opinion, it was a success. They got the experience they needed. They won 41 games, coming off a 22-game win season last year. So I would call it a success. Next year, there won't be any excuses. The expectation is going to get a lot higher because you expect it to actually make the playoffs instead of battling for a play-in. Talent is there. The emergence of Jalen Green, getting a legitimate big man to back up Şengün next year, just going to deepen this roster up. So a lot of expectations going to be there. A lot of expectations. But this guy here on the screen, he has picked up his play. Not only he picked up his play, he's trying to be an all-around player. Now, we're not going to count the last, 3 or 4 ball games. Great, they won the last game against the Clippers to end the season on a winning note. But a little cheese slid off the cracker just a little bit from this team down the last stretch. I think when you find out you're not going to the playoffs or in the play-in, so to speak, kind of lose your luster a little bit. You're not as motivated, but you want to finish the season strong. They finished the season strong. They won their last game and topped out at 41-41. You can't ask for much more than that from this team. Next year, we're just looking for big things. Big things coming in from them to go ahead and make the playoffs. No doubt about that. There's a lot of storylines coming into this playoff season. I can't wait. It's up in the air. You really cannot say who's going to win the championship, who's going to get to the finals, who's going to win it all. It's wide open this season. Before we get into the storylines of this play-in, the playoffs, and today is Terrible Tuesday. It don't feel like Terrible Tuesday. I feel good today. But we don't call it Terrible Tuesday because of how you feel. It's never about how you feel, the way these days are labeled during the week. It's determined on how the days fall in the week. Most people work Monday through Friday. On some occasions, you might have some people that work on the weekends, but the general and majority, Monday through Friday. So, Terrible Tuesday, you still got a little stretch to go. That's why we call it Terrible Tuesday. Still kind of beginning of the week. Everybody's waiting on Friday. Everybody's waiting on Saturday. You see what I'm saying? When you're on that hard grind and you're going out there and you're getting it. Yeah. That work week, man, you know how it goes. So Terrible Tuesday, feel good. Feel good on Terrible Tuesday. So what are the storylines for this upcoming playoff season? Denver Nuggets. Will they repeat? Will they prove they're still the team to beat? Nikola Jokic, is he still the best player in our league? Yes, he is. Will somebody try to knock him off that spot? Will a guy like Luka Doncic, will he come in and try to take the #1 reign of the best player in the league? What about Jason Tatum? Will he try to take that reign away from Nikola? A lot of storylines. Boston Celtics, matter of fact, since we're talking about Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, are they going to finally get over the hump? They got the best chance coming to this playoffs this year. Or will they resort back to turning over the ball in crunch time, not being able to come through, playing it's your turn, it's my turn? Will they step up to the occasion? The time is now. They've been playing very well throughout the season. Little faulty close to the end, couple of blowouts, maybe interested, maybe not, just depends. But they have a lot of pressure on that team. Are they going to advance? Because it's championship or bust for the Boston Celtics. Let's not make no mistake about it. They got the unicorn over there now to give them a little relief, a little pressure off of their stars. So this team is built for the championship. Let's not make no mistake about it. They have to win it all this year or it's not a success. That's how much pressure the Boston Celtics have on them. So we're going to find all that out in these playoffs. I told you, it's a lot of good storylines. A lot of good storylines. Dallas Mavericks. How many times they come up short? Is it time for Lou Doncic to make that next step, to advance deeper into the playoffs? Time for him to get into a finals. Time is running out for him. Before next thing you know, trade's going to be coming up. He's going to want out. They got some young talent over there. Kyrie Irving, partner in crime. Wide open. Told you this season is wide open. Will they get over the hump, the Dallas Mavericks? Phoenix Suns. Putting that team together over there, the three-headed monster. You don't think the pressure is on them to go to the finals and win it all? That's why they put them together. You got KD over there, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, with a lot of good pieces around them. Will they get over the hump? A lot of storylines there. KD, a lot of pressure on him. Can he win a championship without being on a super team like Golden State? And you can call this a super team, what they have right now. You call them a super team. But it's more like a wash and rinse, repeat kind of super team. They ain't all fresh. It ain't like they've been winning championships without each other. No, they're trying to win a championship with each other. So it'll be different if they're able to advance and go all the way and get a ring. So you have that storyline there as well. Los Angeles Lakers. Is LeBron James too old? Can he leave this league with another ring? Will AD show up in the playoffs like he's been doing these last stretch of games? Putting in 30-something plus points, 14, 15 rebounds, 3 to 5 blocks, throwing in a little mixture of a little assists here and there, trying to stay healthy. Will he be healthy? Can they come together at the end at the right time and click, AD and LeBron? A lot of storylines. What's going to happen there? That's why I said you got to tune in to these play-ins and the playoffs itself to find out how all this is going to come out. New Orleans Pelicans. Zion Williamson. He's been on a stretch. We've talked about that a few days ago. Will he continue to emerge and get this team deep? This could be the last dance for this team. Got CJ McCollum over there. Good mixture. Ingram. Great team, great squad. A lot of young talent. Guys who go out there and fight every night. It's always been health with them, if they can keep their health up. But they've been playing some outstanding basketball. That's a storyline over there. Zion Williamson is going to be on the big stage now in some play-in, a playoff, whatever you want to call it. But it's meaningful basketball. To see this guy go to work, I can't wait. Look like the cheeseburgers is behind him. Seem like the street thoughts is behind him. We rooting for him. He looks more focused than he ever looked since he entered this league. Playing more games than he ever played in his life. It's outstanding. That's a storyline in itself. A lot of teams, man. A lot of teams, a lot of stories. Milwaukee Bucks. Damian Lillard. Will he finally get over the hump? How will him and Giannis come together in the playoffs? Can they push through? Or is it a chink in the armor? Are they going to pick it up too late? Doc Rivers, new coach who stepped in. Are they under his system enough so they can buy in so they can actually make a good push. Yeah, a lot of storylines. Will Dame go hot and cold? Will he stay consistent? The health of Giannis, the Greek freak. Will he be available through these playoffs? A lot of storylines. That's why I say you have to tune in to find out. I'm excited about it. This is my type of season. You're a fan, it's your type of season. You hear me? And we talk about the Houston Rockets a lot. We talk about the Houston Texans a lot. Because it's the home team. You have to root for your home team. If you live in that city, you should root for them. Even if they're doing bad, even if they're sorry, they're not worth anything. Still got to root for them. I know it's a lot of people that stay in cities of teams they just don't like. They don't even root for. They go outside of the city and root, and that's fine too. But you should always root for where you live at the city. It just gives you good exposure. It puts your city on the map. People are talking about you. Good things come out of it. It brings money to the city when you're winning. Getting a championship game, whether it's football or basketball. It's just more funner around the town. So you should root for them, even if they're sorry. So it's no different for me. And you can talk bad about the team where you live. It's fine. Hold them accountable. I do it all the time. A lot of frustrations. You want to voice your opinion. It's okay. You have to do that. But understand that you wishing well and wishing good upon them at the same time. You want them to do well. So, yeah, it can get frustrating at sometimes. You want them to finally get it. Well, I done been through all of that for some decades. And now I'm reaping the fruits off of it. Because the Houston Rockets are on the merge. The Houston Texans are on the merge. Yeah, their down years is behind them now. Now, they're smelling the champagne. And it's only a matter of time before these Rockets and these Texans win a championship. It's only a matter of time. You can see it. You can smell it. Whether you root for them or not, whether you're in a different city, you can see it that this team is building now. They starting to have a culture about themselves. Everybody's buying in. They're getting the right pieces in place. They're putting the right leaders up front. And it's only a matter of time. So yeah, we talk about the Rockets, we talk about the Texans, we talk about all the other teams in the league as well. But playoff season, man, is nothing like it. No days off, high intense. Everyone wants to win. Players that usually don't play that many minutes, play a lot of minutes. The stakes are high, a lot of reputations on the line, a lot of in-season failures. Because for a lot of these teams and some of these players, this is win or bust. Like for some teams and some players, you won't get here again after this playoff season. You're not going to get to where you was before. New storm coming through. The young is starting to take over the old. That's why I say a lot of storylines. We ain't even covered Golden State. Huh? Can they recapture their glory? They got their core pieces still together. They still got Steph Curry, of course, Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. He's still there. And a whole lot of good role players. But can they get it together in time? That's the question. Can they get it together in time? So that's another storyline. Sacramento Kings. Matter of fact, that's the play-in matchup tonight. They're going to battle tonight in the play-in. Will Sacramento finally get over that hump? They've battled Golden State for a number of seasons now. It's been like the little brother. They almost have the similar style. Huh? Can De'Aaron Fox finally get over that hump of knocking down Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors? That's a storyline. The head coach who used to be with Golden State, Mike Brown. Huh? Oh yeah. Told you these storylines, they get deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And of course the Lakers and the Pelicans. That's the first game, I believe. And I'll get to my predictions in a minute on those matchups for tonight. But yeah, man, a lot of storylines. Playoffs are here. Get ready. Get ready. So the question is for the Rockets, was the season a success? I say yes, the season was a success. Did you want play-in this year? Of course we did. We were greedy. We wanted play-in. But I will tell you this. If Jalen Green started the season the way he's ended it, and I don't want to say the way he ended it because it kind of got a little faulty last 3-4 games at the end of the season, kind of tailed off a little bit, but he picked it up late, close to the middle to the end of the season. He picked up his play, the player we thought he could be. But if he came out of the gate with his feet on the ground this season, playing the way he's playing right now, no question, playoffs. That's why the stakes are high coming in the next season. No question about it. You ain't battling for no play-in. You're going to make the playoffs next year. Now, let's say you fall off the wagon, then we got another problem. Then you got to offload some hay, if that's the case. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But yes, it was a success for the Houston Rockets this season. Coming off of 22 games won, and you get 500 with 41-41. Outstanding. Outstanding. But we have high expectations. We wanted more. We wanted this team to have more experience, get into a playoff, play-in, meaningful games to gain more experience. But to their credit, they had some injuries along the way. People in and out of lineup, just like every other team in the league. There's no big excuse. But they had their little bumps in the road. It happens. But the main thing is this team has found their identity. And now you got a legitimate big man that came over in Adams to back up Şengün and possibly be in the starting lineup depending on, the health of Şengün and how things go, foul trouble throughout the season. He's a made man. He's a made man, Adams. Gritty, block shots, get rebounds, set screens, hustle guy, grind guy. Gotta love him. Gotta love him. So let's get into this play-in tournament tonight. It opens up. It's here. No need to wait no longer. No need to wait any longer. So the Lakers and the Pelicans will be the first game. My prediction on that, it's going to be a good one. Like I say, storylines all over the place. That's the talk of this playoffs and the play-in is storylines. Which one is going to have a happy ending and which one is just going to blow up in flames, Break a lot of hearts. Break a lot of hearts. I'm going with the Lakers tonight. To me, they're finding their sauce. Last few games, I've been seeing numbers from AD, and it always depended on AD, how AD is going to play. Is AD healthy? Which AD are you going to get on the court? Is it going to be a high motor? Or is it going to be water damage under the hood? I don't know. But if this guy shows up the way he's been showing up, they'll beat the Pelicans. Now, do I want them to beat the Pelicans? That's a different story. We're going to see how it turns out. But for this single game, I'm not talking about a series. You know, if that was to happen, these are just little single games that we're gonna break down tonight. But in a one-game situation tonight, I just think the Lakers are gonna pull it out, and we're gonna see. It's gonna be a good one though. It's gonna be a real good one. I'm gonna keep my eye on Zion Williamson as well. Really want to see how he's gonna be playing in these type of games. Interesting to watch that. So Warriors and Kings is the second game. That's a storyline in itself. Once again, can the Kings get over the hump? You know what? I don't know if I can call this an upset. I don't know. I'm going with the Kings tonight against the Warriors. Yes, the Warriors picked it up a little bit, but man, they had so many problems coming into this season, along as with the Lakers. But I just think the Kings, they haven't won anything yet. They're hungry. De'Aaron Fox is the man. Everybody plays around him very well. Sabonis in the paint. This team is up and down. Warriors, they kind of hit and miss. If the jump shot's going well, they will win. If the jump shot's going every once in a while, they will lose. They have to play well up to their capability to win the game, to beat the Kings. Will it happen tonight? That's going to be the question. I say no. I say the Kings get them tonight. I say the Kings get them. And then tomorrow, you know, you got the Heat and you got the 76ers. I know, there was a long pause on that one. You know how that one's so dear to my heart. But anyway, oh man. I'm going with the Heat. I'm going with the Heat. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going with the Heat. Games like this that's singled out, right? We ain't talking about no series. We're not talking about no series. We're talking about a series. It might be a different answer, okay? But for Wednesday night, I'm going to say the Heat will get the 76ers. I'm going to say the 76ers still just a little slight rusty, even though they've been winning some games, obviously. But they still trying to fit in with Embiid coming off his injury. I'm feeling like his movement and his timing will be a little off. Miami will have high intensity in this game, putting in multiple players. Everybody's running the floor. Everybody's sharing the ball. Jump shots going well. You got a fresh Jimmy Butler because they're not deep in the play-in or deep in the playoff season. He's not worn down yet. And it's a game they'll be looking and really want to get just to prove that, hey, we've been depleted. We didn't get Damian Lillard, but we still here to compete. And if we get to a finals again, oh boy, if we do, Heat culture. Heat culture. So Miami Heat will take down the 76ers tomorrow. Hawks and Bulls. That one's a little low tier. I guess like Charles Barkley said, games like this go on NBA TV, right? NBA TV. We'll see, but I don't know where they're going to be playing that game at. But Hawks and Bulls, that's a lesser out of the other ones, obviously. And if I was to choose, I would say the Bulls will win that one. Because DeMar DeRozan, of course, they've been playing very well, high intense. They got a legitimate go-to guy, hard-nosed players over there. And the Hawks, they're emerging too. They got some nice players, and I haven't even really watched the Hawks in a lot of games this season. So it's kind of a little shocking that they're in this position. But hey, it's a good matchup. You got two teams, they're lower tier. They're going to be battling each other, see who comes out clean. And my bet will be the Bulls. So that'll be my pick on that one. But play-in playoffs are here. What's your picks? I want to know what your picks are. Who is your team? You know, who's going to win this thing? It's up in the air. It's up in the air. Who's gonna win this thing? It's a long road. Got a lot of basketball to play. But if I was to choose and pick, let's just say okay, if I was really pressured, if my feet was held to the fire, and they said you have to choose a team that's gonna win the championship, the finals, who would it be? I would say the Celtics. So we'll see how that turns out. But once again, it's wide open. It really is. You don't know who's going to win it. And if you go ahead and say the Nuggets, and the only reason you will say the Nuggets because they won it last season, and you think it'd be easy just to put them back into that spot. But they're a different team. I ain't saying they're a worse team or a better team, but it's different. Every time you come into a new season, a lot of things happen. You might switch out a player here and there. It can change up anything. But one thing that's going to stay the same is the Joker. He's going to stay the same. And I think after this season, you'll probably still be saying he's the best player in the league. Because even if he gets knocked off, you know, once you get that title of the best player in the league, all because you don't win a championship every year, don't take you off that spot. It has to happen in multiples. Like let's say he loses it this year. He comes in next year, he loses it. Now the question starts to come up. Is he the best player in the league now? Could it be Jason Tatum? Could it be Lou Doncic? Huh? And you can throw KD and all that stuff and LeBron James off the table right now. Yeah, there are greats in our league. They're going to be greats. But their time has dwindled and faded away. Now you watch them in spurts. And that's fine too. Much respect. Much respect to them. They're legends. They had their time. But there's a new sheriff in town. Or sheriffs in town. And that's the Joker. That's Lou Doncic. It's Jason Tatum. And whoever else you want to put on that list. Hopefully in another year or two, you can throw Jalen Green in that bunch. But that's still up in the air. That might be asking for too much. Too much. Don't want to put all the pressure on the guy that he already has. But you get my point. So I advise y'all to tune in tonight. Great games on the queue. Can't wait. It gets kicked off. It's Goodymo Sports quick hits. And y'all stay patient. Like I said before, I know they're not coming frequent as it was. 3-4 videos in one day. Yeah, I know it hasn't been coming frequent, like I said before, 3-4 videos in one day. I wish, but can't do it like that right now. Not at this junction. Still got to get on the grind. YouTube ain't paying me thousands of dollars. I still got to get on the grind just like you. Monday through Friday, right? Well, my schedule a little different than that. But you get my drift. So for the Monday through Friday people, it's Terrible Tuesday. Huh? But still feels so good. But it's Terrible Tuesday. And tomorrow be Weary Wednesday and then so on. But like I say, play-in, playoffs are here. I'm excited about it. Tune in. Like I said before, I might come back maybe tonight, a little later tonight, getting a breakdown on these games. That's a possibility. I don't want y'all holding my feet to the fire, but we'll see how it goes. Because I could run a little late or I come in early. I don't know while it's still going on. But I would definitely be watching for sure. And see if these Lakers can pull it off or these Pelicans going to surprise them. You know? Warriors and Kings. That's going to be the late game. So, I would love to see the Kings get him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I remember when I was rooting for the Warriors some years ago because they were looked at as the underdog team. Haven't won anything yet. Sacramento Kings are in that boat now where they're the underdog team trying to go get the powerhouse. So that's why I always root for the underdogs like that. Same with the Pelicans and the Lakers. I think it'll be a hell of a story, if the Pelicans was to get them, But then once again, like they did the numbers and the scenarios, it might favor the Lakers to lose it anyway. You know what I mean? I don't think they want the Denver Nuggets. I don't think they want them. They want somebody that's more favorable to win going into the playoffs. But no team tries to lose when you get to this type of season. Not at all. So once again, G.S.Q.H, Goodymo Sports Quick Hits. How you like the attire? Once again, go to the website. If you want some good merch, you want some hats, you want some t-shirts, you want some coffee mugs, you want some travel bags, go check it out. It's there. It's available. Good merch. But thanks for y'all time. And like I say, later on tonight, might tune in again. But from now, enjoy my coffee. Y'all have a great day. Terrible Tuesday. And we are out of here. Peace.